back to, well, I forgot to update the scoreboard, folks. Give me just a second here. As we are here for the Tornado Classic. It's the Wildcats and the Panthers. Wildcats win the jump. And a foul right off the bat on the Panthers.
Foul on number 30, Sydney Schwartz. That'll be her first, team first.
Sydney Schwartz picks up her first foul on the Panthers. Erie Prophetstown, the Panthers, and the Wildcats of North Fulton High School. At the free throw line is number 12 for the Wildcats, Sam Munson. Second one off, no good as well. Back the other way it goes. Erie with their first turnover. I'm sorry, folks. Kylie Haar has 2 for the Wildcats. Had a brief moment of funniness there, folks. I'll get back to the game here in just a second. Nice pass down low, but it's going to be stolen away by the Wildcats and back the other way on the hands of number 23, Kylie Haar. She's going to give it off to Miller. Olivia Miller goes to the rack, can't finish. There to steal it back away is number 21, Grace Yaste, and a foul is going to be coming on the Panthers.
Foul man number 11, Laura Abbott. That'll be her first, team second.
I got to find out who number 11 is because I don't have her in my list. Hannah Heisman coming back in, or coming in for the first time, replacing number 11, who's got 2 fouls. Both free throws off, no good. And the basket's back up and in, though, as the 2 free throws.
2 points for Kylie Haar.
Haar gets the 2 buckets. 2 free throws are no good by Grace Yaste. It's going to be a turnover again, this time back to the Wildcats. Checking in is number 1. So several players on Prophetstown, Erie Prophetstown Panthers squad that's not on the book. They're not in there. That's where I got them from. We'll get them at the half and tell you who everybody is. But the rosters in the program for Erie Prophetstown, I thought it was short a couple players, but maybe a small school. Timeout charged by the Wild to the Panthers. They have their first timeout. They have 2 fouls. In the half so far, or in the quarter so far. 6:41 to go here in quarter number 1. 3 on the way by Haar is good. Wildcats lead 7-0. And still, Haar back the other way. Can't get the finish, though. And it's going to be turned back over to the Erie Prophetstown Panthers. So we approach the 6-minute mark of quarter number 1. Nearly lost it. Oh, nice cut without the basketball. Shot up off, no good. On the floor, it's going to be a jump ball. The shot was by number 22, Olivia Purvis. After the jump ball, it'll stay with Erie Prophetstown. 5:46 left in the first quarter. Not a whole lot of movement from the Panthers. They finally do get it in, though. It's knocked away from Heisman. That's gathered back up, though. On the dribble again was Purvis. She drops it off to number 1. It's one of the 2 players we don't have names for. And we'll get those at halftime. There's Purvis again with it. She's going to drive, dump it back out up top. No shot. Down low. Nice pass. And tied up. Jump ball. Possession will go to the Wildcats this time.
Checking in for Erie Prophetstown, number 23, Kennedy Buck, and number 24, Kaylin Sibley.
Number 23, Kennedy Buck. Number 24, Kaylin Sibley. Checking in for the Panthers. Har with it. And her shot is left short. It's going to be rebounded and outletted by the Panthers. Right back the other way it goes, and a foul is going to be called. 2 free throws coming. I believe the foul may be on Grace Yace. We'll wait and see for sure. It was Grace Yace. Her first, team's first. Couple free throws coming for number 23, Kennedy Buck, I believe, at the free throw line. First free throw is good. It is Kennedy Buck at the free throw line. Her team finally got on the scoreboard at the 4:52 mark of the first quarter on the first free throw. She's got another one coming. That one's left short and will be rebounded by the Wildcats. And losing the ball out of bounds was number 3, Olivia Miller. .445 left in the first quarter. Come near side. The aforementioned number 11 that I don't have a name for. Purvis. 3 on the way for Erie Prophetstown. Off, no good. That was off the hands of Kennedy Buck. A jump ball. Possession on the rebound goes to the Panthers. Three on the way by Purvis is good. Pretty hard box out there. No foul called us. Olivia Purvis gets the first field goal. Hurrying it back the other end. Another foul is going to be called on the Panthers. More free throws coming. Foul is going to be on number 23, Kennedy Buck. Her first, team's third. Well, free throws coming for number 12, Sam Munson. 21, Chloe Slock coming in. And number 30, excuse me, Sydney Schwartz. Now a foul is going to be called on number 12, Sam Munson, on the rebound attempt. Panthers have 3 team fouls. Down low with it. Covered up with Schwartz. She gets it out. Active hands over there for Callie Hansen. And a traveling is going to be called. Hansen forced that one with good defense as we're over halfway through the first quarter now. 3:59 remaining in quarter number 1. Kylie Har has all 7 of the Wildcats' points. They're 0 of 6 from the free throw line. There's a bucket almost on cue for Olivia Miller. 3 on the way by Schwartz, I think. Yep, Sydney Schwartz hits the triple. Their numbers are really hard to read on Prophetstown's jerseys. Now Har goes to the basket. She's going to be fouled. See who they call that on. There's 3 black jerseys there. It's going to be on number 24. That is Kaylin Sibley, her first, team's 4th. A couple free throws coming for Kylie Har. She's got 7 points, but missed the free throw. They are 0 for 7 from the free throw line here in the first quarter. Casey White checking in for North Fulton. Second free throw is good. That's the first of 8 free throws that the Wildcats have made. 3:25 as these two teams want to get up and down the floor in a hurry. Shot up off, no good by Buck, and rebounded back the other way it goes for the Wildcats. Buck for three, it's off, no good. Rebound is going to get tracked down, but a good job of just letting it go out of bounds by the Panthers. They've got 6 on the scoreboard instead of 7. I'll have to check that at halftime too. I thought one of Har's shots was a 3. We'll verify. And a bad pass, a turnover. Wildcats push it back the other way, but they're going to slow things up. Big foul coming for the Panthers. That one's going to be on number 30, I do believe, Sydney Schwartz. It'll be her second. 5th on the Chargers. Free throw up and short. The free throw line, number 30, Alicia Terry-Coney. Ashley. Left them both short. No, it was number 20, excuse me. Casey White. Nice pass down low that time. Hannah Heisman gets the 2. Not sure what they called there, an inline violation of some sort. Again, I have 10-9. Scoreboard has 10-8. The verified scoring of the first quarter. And more contact. No foul called, ball just out of bounds. It'll be possession to the Panthers and a chance to tie it or take a lead here for Erie Prophetstown, who was really outplayed at the early stages of this quarter. And if the Wildcats could have hit free throws, they wouldn't have not be in a position to tie here, but they are 1 of 8 from the charity stripe, are the Wildcats. Spinning around and finally getting it out. And another tie-up. Jump ball, possession to the Wildcats. Very active hands for Callie Hansen. Number 20, Gabby Abell back in, and number 11 as well. Who said her name is Laura. We'll verify that. 143, Har dumps it out. Miller, right side 3 on the way. Let's see the number. Callie Hansen, number 5 for 3. Down low. Buckets up and in for number 5, Hannah Heisman. Laura Adam, I guess, number 11, excuse me. And a turnover. Sub in for Wildcats, number 30, Ashley Terraconi. Approaching 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Turnover gives it back to the Wildcats. Miller pushes it down. Hansen, corner, Har, 3, off, no good. Tipped around. Brought up and rebounded by Heisman. Back the other way it goes. And another turnover. Har is going to draw the foul. The foul is going to be on number 5, Hannah Heisman, her first. A couple free throws coming for Kylie Har. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Actually, they're 1 for 10, make it 2 for 11. Olivia Purvis checking in, number 22. Prophetstown with 41.1 seconds remaining. Second one is no good. Rebound by Purvis. Brought up by Buck. And now a foul is going to be called I believe it's going to be on number 21, Grace Yaste. It is her second.
Foul will be on number 21, Grace Yates.
Team's third. So 32.5 seconds. It's not a shooting foul. Two free throws coming. It was a shooting foul. At the free throw line, shooting two is Kennedy Buck. First one's good.
Checking in for North Fulton, number 12, Sam Munson.
Second one off, no good. And a foul with 31.8 seconds left all the way down the floor. That'll be shooting two.
Checking back in for Erie Prophetstown, number 1, Aubrey Heisman.
I'm sure who picked up that foul, unfortunately, folks. I apologize. A little out of kilter here with a couple players not on the roster. And the numbers that are nearly ineligible for me to read here. 23 at the free throw line, Kylie Harr. She hits the first of two.
Number 5, Hannah Heisman.
Heisman checks back in. Second one was left short. Heisman's 50% from the free throw line. They've shot 14 free throws here in the first quarter of the Wildcats. They've only made 3. Off Har out of bounds. It'll stay with Erie. Prophetstown 15-11. Score on the scoreboard, so that's what we'll go with. We'll check it at halftime. See where the point was off at. That's Purvis missed the shot. Miller gets the steal. She goes back the other way. She puts the shot up off, no good. 3 seconds remaining. And that's how they're going to call a kick with 0.5 seconds left. That's how the quarter comes to an end. It's 15-11. Wildcats lead according to the scoreboard. I have a point off there somewhere, so we'll check on that. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds for the second quarter from the Tornado Classic, game number 2 on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Welcome back here to Abington Avon High School. 8 points in the quarter for Har. She's 3 of 6 from the free throw line. We'll talk a little bit about free throw shooting here in a few minutes. .15 comes out right. Three of 14 from the charity stripe, though, is not good for the Wildcats, so they are leading by 4 as we move to the second quarter. 3 on the way off, no good for Erie Prophetstown. Purvis tracks down the rebound. Layup up and in. It's Kennedy Buck, number 23, gets her first 2 of the second quarter. That's a 2-point game again. Down the corner. It goes to Terraconi. Miller leaves the runner good. Shot up off, no good. Back the other way, in a hurry it comes. It's Munson on the dribble. She puts the shot up off, no good. No foul called, a lot of contact at the basket. A rebound by the Panthers. Baseline drive, kick back out, 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound to Har.
Checking back in for Erie Prophetstown, number 21, Chloe and number 24, Caitlin Sibley. And number 1,
Bunch of subs coming in and out here as I'm still trying to look through the scoreboard here to see where I'm off. Sydney Swartz's shot is the question here. And Miller's going to put up a shot. It's blocked. Purvis comes down with it. Back the other way it goes for the Panthers. Still a 4-point game, 17-13. And then stepping on the baseline, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. Checking back in is number 21, Grace Yates for the Wildcats. Sitting down for the first time is going to be number 23, Kylie Har. She led all scorers with 8 points in the first quarter. 5:56 to go in the first half. Baseline jumper, good on the far side. Casey White, number 20. Across the baseline. 3 on the way. Off, no good. It'll be rebounded by the Panthers. Purvis with it. She's going to be fouled by Olivia Miller. It'll be Miller's first, team's first of the second quarter. 19-13 is the score. Har checking back in. Olivia Miller takes a seat. Drive, it looked like a travel. No foul call to get the block anyway, and then a foul's going to be called on number 1. Aubrey Heisman, I believe is what the name is. Schwartz comes in. See what they put up for the points on Schwartz. I think that's where the point difference is. Get her put in the game. Har is going to drive the bucket. It's off, no good. And it is Schwartz. They put that as a 2, not a 3. So we'll change that in the scorebook. And a turnover back the other way. The Wildcats with it. Munson has it swiped away by number 23, Kennedy Buck, to prevent a layup. 4:30 to go in the first half. Shot no good, and not a real good pass down court. Munson was in the passing lane, saw it coming from a mile away, but couldn't quite grasp it. There was a pass, I think, intended for number 23, Buck, but it was well off the mark. Har for three. 22-13, largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. And a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats. Foul is going to be on Hannah Heisman, or no, excuse me, number 5, Callie Hansen. Her first, team second of the quarter. 3:50 remaining in the first half. Three on the way, good by Heisman, Hannah Heisman for three. Wildcats try to answer, cannot. Rebound by number 24, that's Kaylin Sibley. And back the other way in a hurry. Heisman's jumper's left short. She went in to get the rebound. It was knocked over her head. Now back the other way it goes for the Wildcats. The pass on the fast break is knocked away. Now again it goes up front. Pull-up jumper. Nope. Going to pull it back. Knocked over to Buck. Not the traditional way to get it there. Timeout's going to be called by Erie. Calls the timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 3:08 to go here in the first half. It's 22-16. Wildcats lead the Panthers. 7 points here in quarter number 2 for the Wildcats. 5 points for the Panthers. That's how we get to 22-16. The North Fulton Wildcats led 15-11 at the break. And they were 3 of 14 from the free throw line in the first quarter. They could have blown this game open in a large respect in quarter number 1 if they just hit 60% of their free throws. And it's going to be a jump ball, as stepping in to rip the ball away was number 21, Grace Yaste. Panthers have been struggling to take care of the basketball against a very feisty Wildcats team who is just kind of up in their face the entire time. Miller was threw it in between a couple players. One had left. The other one, number 20, Casey White, didn't realize it was to her and let it go. And it's out of bounds. A turnover back to Erie Prophetstown. Pass down low goes off the hands of Heisman, out of bounds. And it's back to North Fulton. Olivia Miller, who's back in the game. There's Munson for three. It's off, no good. Tipped around. Brought down by Yaste. Jump ball. Possession to the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 24 is Kaylin Sibley. And a steal by Har on a very deliberate pass that you could see was coming from a mile away. Foul's going to be called. Har's going to get 2 more free throws. Number 11 gets the foul. Her second, team second. Har will be at the free throw line shooting 2 after the timeout. Timeout charge to the Wildcats. It'll be their first timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back in just a few seconds on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to Abington High School for the Tornado Classic, girls' version of the Great Western Shootout. A couple free throws coming for Kylie Haar. First one is good. She's the only Wildcat to hit a free throw thus far. And she is 50%, 4 of 8. Purvis throws it off of Miller, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. Down court it comes. Number 11 gives it back to Buck. Buck gives it back to the aforementioned Lauren Adam, I believe. We're waiting to see if that's the right name or not. Kylie Haar picks up the foul, her first, team's third. Free throw off, no good. Neither team shooting free throws real well. If she can hit this one, the Panthers will be 50% though, which is significantly better than what the Wildcats have shot here in the first half, but she missed that one as well. Haar had it. Been knocked away by Purvis, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats with 1:48 remaining in the first half. Baseline, up Miller, 1:35 remaining. Munson had that, nearly had her head taken off on a pass that was hit right at her by number 23, Kennedy Buck. Miller with it with 1:30 remaining. Three on the way by Miller. Back the other way it goes. Three on the way for the Panthers is good. Sydney Schwartz hits the three, number 30. Largest lead of the game has been 9. Three on the way. Purvis off, no good, and then the rebound on the far side on an air ball, and a foul from behind. Might be on Haar. It is on Haar, her second. Couple free throws coming again for number 11. She's 0 for 2. She hits the first this time. Lauren, get her last name figured out at half. Chance to cut it to 2 again. She does. That's as close as the Panthers have been able to get. It's 23-21 now. It was a 9-point lead not very long ago here at the start of the second quarter. And it comes to Haar, left side now for the Wildcats. 42 seconds remaining. Hanson with it, gives it to Miller. She resets, 33 seconds remaining. It's the 2-3 zone now. Har with it down low. It's going to be off of Har, out of bounds. Possession to the Panthers. And as we approach the halfway point, 27.2 seconds remaining, the Panthers have a chance again to tie or take the lead here. They've had at least 4 opportunities to do so and have not been able to do it as of yet. Baseline jumper, no good, it's long, and then a foul is going to be called on number 11, her third. Chloe Slock checking in, replacing Lauren. Miller walks up 10 seconds, gives it off to Har, back to Miller, 5 seconds. 3 on the way by Har, off the front iron, no good. That's going to be, nope, that shot will not count. It didn't go in anyway. So at the end of the first half, it's 23-21. The North Fulton Wildcats lead the Erie Prophetstown Panthers by 2. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome once again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here. Right. But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you married? You have kids?
Yep, married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that you're old. That isn't what I meant there.
There was
Bill.
one. There was an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga.
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Yep. So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
that's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
right?
But you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
Right.
it's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever?
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, make sure, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. If we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payroll. It's a struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had two questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
And welcome back here as we get ready for the second half of this game number 2 of the Tornado Classic today here from Abington Avon High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Melissa Evans alongside on the camera as we get ready for the second half of the North Fulton Wildcats and the Erie Prophetstown Panthers. Panthers have never led. They've been within 2 on a number of occasions, as they are right now here to start the second half, but they have not led. It will be Wildcats basketball going right to left on your TV screen. Their basket will be at the left side of your screen. Scoring leaders in the first half, game high 12 points for Kylie Haar. She's 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Got a couple threes mixed in there as well. 2 points for Casey White, 3 points for Callie Hansen, and 4 points for Olivia Miller. To get to 23. Haar goes. She's going to be fouled right off the bat. I believe Purvis is going to pick up a foul for, it is number 22. Olivia Purvis picks up the foul, her first, team's first of the third quarter. 7:33 remaining. Haar at the free throw line. 4 of 8, as I said, from the free throw line. The rest of the team, the first one is good. The rest of the team 0 of 8 from the free throw line. And she becomes first player to go over 50% from the free throw line. Purvis with it, far corner. Comes up top. Buck had it. She has Purvis. Give and go as Purvis gets it back down. She puts it up from the block, up and in. Olivia Purvis gets her 5th points of the game as we approach the 7-minute mark, quarter number 3. 3 on the way, off, no good. A rebound to Lauren Abbott. That's one of the names we were able to check on, and it is Aubrey Heisman, number 1. Purvis with it. Down the corner, it's Abel. Down low, off, no good for Abbott, and a rebound to Haar. Back the other way it goes with 6:30 remaining. Into the corner, 3 for Munson, well long. Rebound's going to be picked up off the floor on the far side by Kennedy Buck. They outlet in a hurry, and Haar, who lowered her head to protect it, ended up with it almost. The foul's going to be called. It might be on number 5. It is Callie Hansen, her second, team's first of the quarter for the Wildcats. It's inbounded. 3 on the way for the Panthers, off no good. Long rebound for Munson. And Sam Munson pushes it up. Haar has it now, right side. 3 on the way. It's in and out, no good. Tipped around. Man, they got hammered in the back of the head. Haar came up with it, and she gets the easy bucket. Haar's got 4 in the quarter. And it's a 27-23 game. 3 on the way. Good for Kennedy Buck. And it's a 1-point game. Now, this is the closest the Panthers have been since the score was 0-0. Shot off, no good for Hansen, and a foul going to be called on number 30. That is Sydney Schwartz. Her 3rd foul, team's 2nd of the 3rd quarter. Sub coming in is going to be number 5, Hannah Heisman, replacing Schwartz. 5:34 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Three on the way is good for Callie Hansen, actually. 30-26 is the score. 3 on the way to answer is good for number 20, Gabby Abel, excuse me, is what they're saying. So we'll get it right there. It's back to a 1-point game. Another 3 from the other side. That was Haar. It was left short. Abbott with the rebound and a chance to take the lead. Down court it comes. And a turnover as Haar steals the pass away. Now she outlets it in a hurry to Yaste, who pushes it up the floor. Nobody stops the ball, but she can't make the layup. 4:43 remaining. Out it comes to Heisman. Back up top as the Panthers reset a little bit here. Slow things down a smidge. Look at the half-court set. Down low, it's Abbott, and a lead for the first time for the Panthers. She's got 6, and her team leads by 1 at the 4:20 mark. And just like that, Har says, we'll take the lead back, thank you very much. She hits the triple and gives her team a 2-point lead. Back and forth we go now. 4:03 remaining. Pretty good little forearm in the back there on the cross through as a pick was set by the Panthers. Heisman has the ball tipped away by Munson. Gets back to Heisman. Right side it comes. 3 on the way. That one's not good. It's wide and short. Ball goes back to the Wildcats with a 2-point advantage. Checking in for the Panthers going to be number 21, Chloe Slock. She'll replace Lauren Abbott, number 11. Also coming into the game is going to be number 24, Kaylin Sibley. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line for her 1 point this morning. Miller with it. 3:35 remaining. Har's going to try a 3 from the left wing. It don't go. Rebound by number 21, Chloe Slock, and an outlet pass down the court through the hands of Heisman. Out into the hallway it goes. She'll track it down, but it's a turnover for the Panthers. They still trail by 2. 3:25 to go in quarter number 3. Pretty good ball game here, back and forth. There's been a lot of turnovers and some poor free throw shooting, but the game is close and it's back and forth. Miller, right side, 3 on the way is good. I believe that's number 21, Grace Yates. 2 straight threes by the Wildcats after going down by 1 at 31-30. They ran off 6 straight points. They lead 36-31. Drive. 3 on the way by Heisman is good. Hannah Heisman hits the triple, and it's back once again to a 2-point game. And the Panthers take a full timeout. They'll be down to 2 timeouts remaining. The Wildcats still have 4 left on their side of the scoreboard. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School, as the Wildcats you see on the screen there using full advantage of the full timeout called by the Panthers of Erie Prophetstown. 2:46 remaining in the third quarter. As you can see, 36-34 the score. The Wildcats lead. They've led, except for about 10 seconds here in the third quarter, they've led the entire game. Well, except for when it was tied 0-0, of course. But they are 6 of 18 from the free throw line. There's a 3 for Olivia Miller. Top of the key, and she nailed it. They've got 3 straight three-pointers. As the shooting has become hot here for these two teams in the third quarter. And no shot. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul's going to be called on Sam Munson, her second. Team's second of the third quarter. Purvis sets down. Aubrey Heisman checks in. With the basketball, number 24 is Kaylin Sibley. Down low, that's not a good pass. It's stolen away by the Wildcats. Whole lot of white jerseys against the zone to be thrown. There's a long 2 by Har. It's off, no good, tipped around. Rebounded And taken back the other way by Schwartz. We tipped away, gathered back up by Heisman. Heisman drives. Comes out to the other Heisman. Now down low it goes. Shot up off, no good. Schlock with the miss and the rebound, and a jump ball is going to stay with the Panthers. They trail by 5 at 1:45 to go here in quarter number 3. The inbound pass, Aubrey Heisman going to get called for the travel, and a turnover back to the Wildcats. The Wildcats have led by as many as 9. Checking back in is going to be number 30, Sydney Schwartz. She'll replace Aubrey Heisman. Walked up by Miller. Foul's going to be called. I believe it's number 23. It is number 23, Kennedy Buck, her second. Team's third. 1:32 remaining in the third quarter. Skipped across Har, left wing. Well short, barely got rim. One of those where if it doesn't get rim or just gets the bottom, it's sure hard to rebound. At length of the floor, nobody really stopped the basketball, but they can't finish. And then a foul is going to be called on the rebound attempt. Foul is going to be again on number 23, Kennedy Buck. It's her third, team's fourth of the third quarter. 1:20 remaining in quarter number 3. Har with it. Up top, Miller. Miller for 3, off no good. Heisman with the rebound. That's Heisman of the Hannah variety, and it goes back the other way as we approach the 1 minute mark remaining here in quarter number 3. There it is, 1 minute remaining. And then Olivia Miller is going to get called for a trip attempt as they got together and then locked legs. Miller's going to pick up her second. Team foul number 3 for the couple subs coming in, getting a little extra time off here in the quarter. And now away from the basketball, a foul's going to be called on the Wildcats. Foul's going to be on Casey White, her first, team's fourth. Oh, excuse me, it was on the other team. Foul's on number 20, Gabby Abell, her first, team's fifth. Player control foul, though, so no free throws. Fouls on number 23, Kennedy Buck, her fourth. Free throw is good for Callie Hansen. Second one's good as well. 41-34. .32 seconds left, nearly a steal. They get it that time. Olivia Miller ends up with it. She's going to try the left-handed layup and a block. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats, but a lot of contact down there as Miller gets up slow off the floor. It'll be Wildcats basketball with 25.5 seconds left and a chance to match their largest lead of the game. Checking in for the Wildcats going to be number 20, Casey White. Sitting down is going to be number 3, Olivia Miller. Up top, right side. Har on the dribble. She's going to put it up. It's blocked. 15 seconds remaining. Left side in the corner. 3. Off, no good. Tipped around. Munson comes up with it. 7 seconds left. White with it. She's going to look down low. Nice pass. Nice finish for Callie Hansen. And Hansen has 7 points in that quarter to give her 10 for the game. And the Wildcats, who trailed 31-30, roll off a 13-3 into the quarter. And they lead by their largest lead of the contest at 9 at the end of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. Right after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School as we do some stats here. 8 of 20 they have improved to, have the Wildcats from the free throw line. They were 3 of 14 in the first quarter. Will be Wildcat basketball, a chance to build on their largest lead. Traveling possession back to Orion. No, not Orion. Erie Prophetstown. Orion was the first game. Olivia Miller checking back in for the Wildcats. 7:50 remaining here in the basketball game. I forgot to switch it to the fourth quarter. There we are. Now a steal by Har, and she loses the basketball, gathers it back up. And onto the floor it goes. Push to her. White for a long 2 is good. And the Wildcats do have their first double-digit lead of the game, as Casey White gets her second bucket. "14-foot jumper off, no good." That was by Buck. Shot, rebound, put back up, off, no good. Rebound, put back up and in. Chloe Slock gets the rebound and the putback. Cuts it back to a 9-point game. Munson with a nice take. Can't get the finish though, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers as the ball goes back behind the scorer's table. 6:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Abbott checking back in, as is number 23, Kennedy Buck. Olivia Milhouse still. Har has the 3 for the Wildcats. Gives here a day high 22. Timeout on the floor. Full by North Fulton. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. I think I've survived my little fit there, folks. I apologize. 48-36 the score. 5:54 remaining in the basketball game, and the Wildcats starting to take control. They were down 31-30 in the third quarter. They are on an 18-5 run since then. They lead by 12. It is their largest lead of the game. Jumper just outside the right elbow. A lot of contact after the shot. That shot was well off the mark to start with. Tarchioni checks in for the Wildcats. And a pass into the lane, stolen away. Down the near side it comes. Stop, skips across. Heisman can't hold on to it. It's out of bounds. It'll go back to the Wildcats. And a foul is going to be called up top. Foul's going to be called on number 30, Sydney Schwartz, her fourth. Team's first of this fourth quarter. Nice pass on a roll without the basket for basketball for Har, and I think Abbott's going to pick up the foul. We'll see. It is going to be on Lauren Abbott, her fourth. 48-36 the score, and Har at the free throw line. She's 6 of 10 currently. Missed that one. Grace Yates checking back in for the Wildcats. Sam Munson takes a seat. Second free throw is good for Har. And coming out and picking up the foul is going to be Terraconi. Her first, team's first. Three on the way is off, no good for the Panthers. Back the other way it comes. Rebound was by Callie Hansen for the Wildcats. Olivia Miller on the drive. Nobody really stops the basketball. She puts the layup up and in. 9 points for her. Timeout on the floor. Will be charged.
Full timeout called by Erie Prophetstown.
Panthers take another timeout. They'll have one timeout remaining. 3:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it was 19 points to lead all scorers for Kylie Haar. She's added 5 more here in the, make that 4 more, excuse me, here in the 4th quarter. So she's up to 23 points. So that's the highest output of the day for anybody in this here in game number 2, but setting the bar pretty high as we move through 6 more contests here during the Tornado Classic at the Abington Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. Next game will be Knoxville and Roanoke Benson. Then we'll have Monmouth, Roseville, and Calhoun. Aurora Central Catholic plays Sherrard scheduled at 3 o'clock. 4:30 game is Macomb and Morton. The 6 p.m. game is Peoria Notre Dame and CSE. That might be the most highly anticipated game of the day. And then 7:30 contest is Abington Avon versus Evergreen Park. That's what we have left for today. We'll keep track of the players of the game. We'll tell you the player of the game in the last game was number 31 for Orion, Savea Carlson. She had 17 points and played very well in the post. 3:40 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Abbott with it up top. Purvis, left side. Come across Purvis. Pump fake, drive, puts the shot up. It leaves it short. Rebound to Callie Hansen. Steal, put back. Haar off, no good, and she's going to lose it out of bounds. Off of Haar, it'll be Panthers basketball with 3:03 remaining. Near side, it comes to Heisman. That's Hannah Heisman. 2:46 remaining in the basketball game. Three on the way, got the padding and fell right down in the arms of Abbott. Aubrey Heisman with it now. She can't dribble, she gives it to Purvis. 2:25 remaining. Good defense from the Wildcats. Purvis with it again, and she got it from Hannah Heisman. She goes left side. That's number 20, Gabby Avell. Down in the corner, Abbott. Miller took a hard fall. Long 2, off no good. Abbott with the rebound. Down to Abbott. Her shot's off no good. Rebound to Miller with 1:54 remaining. Aubrey Heisman's going to play defense all the way up the floor on her. That was a very long possession for the Panthers, down by 15 and not able to get any kind of points off of it. As the Wildcats now just using some clock up here, down to 1:30, 90 seconds remaining in the basketball game. And they're all up as Miller helps Aubrey Heisman up. Comes over to Haar as they've had it for nearly a minute now as they're down under a minute to go. 55 seconds left as Haar with it on the dribble. She goes right side. Now back it comes to Miller. Miller goes to Hansen with 45 seconds left. And they're going to throw it over and back. It'll be a turnover after about a minute and 15 seconds of ball handling to the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 14, Avery Ollinger. And a bell back in as well. 40.1 seconds left. Heisman Back to Heisman, 30 seconds remaining. Shot on the way, off no good for Ollinger. And it'll be Wildcat basketball with 19.7 seconds left. Miller with it with 8, 7. Gets it over to Haar. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Final 51-36. The North Fulton Wildcats get the win over Erie Prophetstown. We will take a break and be back with some stats here in just a minute on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back. Here's we got some stats. Do want to tell you the player of the game, no surprise here for North Fulton, is Kylie Haar. She finished 7 of 12 from the free throw line, had 23 points, a 3 in every quarter to go along with it. So she had a great game. She is the player of the game for game number 2. Also with 10 points in the game was Callie Hansen for the Wildcats, 9 points for Olivia Miller, 4 points for Casey White, and 3 points for Grace Yaste. No points on 0-4 free throw shooting for Sam Munson. The Wildcats, 9 of 22. They still made more than Erie shot, even though they didn't shoot the free throw very well. The Panthers led by 8 points from Hannah Heisman, 6 points from Lauren Abbott, 5 points from Sydney Schwartz, 5 points from Olivia Purvis, 3 points from Gabby Abel, 3 points from Kennedy Buck as well, 2 points for Chloe Slock, and 1 point for Kaylin Sibley. The Panthers shot 4 of 8 from the free throw line, so not a whole lot better free throw shooting either for them, as the Panthers, or the Wildcats, ended up being 9 of 22, which gets them close to 50%. They were 3 of 14 in the first quarter from the free throw line. So that'll do it here for game number 2. Game number 3 will be here in just a little bit. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Share the feeds. They're all on our Facebook page as well, and they're all right here on our Hulett PubliPro YouTube channel. We look forward to seeing you back for game number 3. Again, that is between Knoxville and Roanoke Benson. So that'll be game number 3. We'll be back with that in just about 12 minutes. We'll see you then.